All right, here we go. Welcome back to the Tech Your Business podcast. It's your favorite host, Peter, here, and still with my real voice. Check episodes 2 and 3 if you didn't get that. Now, have you ever stopped to think about how the internet has changed the way we do business? 1 minute you're thinking of starting a business, and in hours you're sending out invoices to customers half a world away. It's crazy, right? If you were active before the internet, you would have remembered how many months it used to take to send a letter to the next country, even the next state. In this episode, we will be diving headfirst into the world of digital marketing, focusing on social media and content marketing strategies. So whether you're a new business owner or you're an established one looking to enhance your online presence, buckle up because we've got some good stuff coming. So, ready to navigate the digital marketing maze with me? First things first, before you think of marketing, you need to know, who are you speaking to? This is the fundamental question in any marketing strategy. You see, effective marketing is less about selling a product and more about creating a connection. To create a connection, you need to understand your audience. You need to understand their likes, understand their dislikes, and also know what makes them tick. Think about it. If your best friend today surprises you with your favorite candy, the one you used to eat as a kid, you'll be thrilled, right? You will. And that's because they know you. They understand your tastes, they understand your preferences. And this is exactly what you need to do with your target audience. You need to thrill them by knowing them. With digital marketing, it's easier than ever to understand your audience. There are countless tools and resources that can help you dig into their demographics, track user behavior, and even predict future trends if that's what you want to do. Consider this. I have a friend that runs a business selling handmade jewelry. She initially tried selling these to everyone, and the business didn't really take off. Then she decided to narrow her focus and targeted working professionals who can afford her jewelry that were into sustainable fashion because she was big on sustainability. She started creating content that resonated with this particular audience and then used only social media platforms where her audience was most active. You won't believe the transformation. Her business blew up. Blew up in a good way, that is. So folks, the takeaway here is this. Know your audience, understand their preferences, and speak their language. This is the key to effective content creation and social media strategy. So now let's get into the meat of today's topic, content marketing. You know, if I had a penny for every time someone underestimated the power of content marketing, I'll be very rich. Let me tell you a story. Back in 2013, I started a blog. I was passionate about the subject, and it was also related to a business I was operating at that point. In 2019, I had to shut down the business, but I kept renewing the hosting on the blog. Guess what? Today, in 2023, 4 years after the last post on that blog was published, I still receive inquiries from that blog. And that's the power of content marketing. It's like that gift that keeps on giving. Content marketing helps you build brand authority. When you consistently produce valuable and informative content, your audience starts seeing you as an expert in your field, and we all trust experts. Moreover, engaging content can keep your audience hooked and also lead to higher customer engagement. Remember how you get hooked on Netflix series because the storyline is so intriguing? Yeah, that's the kind of captivating content you need to create for your audience. And it doesn't have to always be written content. It could be podcasts like this podcast. It could be videos, infographics, or even engaging social media posts. Now in 2023, we are in an era where creating content is as easy as pie, but there's a catch. Standing out in the crowd is not so easy. And that's because every business, big, small, medium, is trying to get a piece of the digital space. And this has made it a challenge for anyone creating content to get noticed. But a critical part of this is that good content can drive leads and fuel your sales pipeline. It's like a magnet that attracts potential customers to your business. And the best part of this all is that it can happen organically without you having to spend a dime on advertising. You spend time though. Like I always say, you can either spend money or you can spend time. So if you want to make a mark in the digital world, invest time and efforts in creating valuable, relevant, and engaging content. And remember, it's not about what you want to say as a person. It's about what your audience wants to hear. So moving on, let's dive into the exciting world of social media. Remember earlier when I mentioned that it's never been easier to create, but it's much harder to get noticed? Well, social media is one of those double-edged swords. It's like being in a really big party. There are conversations happening all around and you're there with your business trying to get your message across. It sounds really challenging, right? But don't worry. With the right strategy, social media can be a powerful tool to connect with your audience and drive business growth. The first thing to achieve success is selecting the right social media platforms. I see so many businesses trying to be everywhere at once, and that honestly is a recipe for burnout. It's better, much better to focus where your target audience hangs out, and you know this if you know your audience, like I said at the start. So, are they business professionals who spend their time on LinkedIn, or are they young and trendy folks who prefer Instagram or TikTok? Research, pick your platforms wisely, and invest your energies in a focused manner. Once you've chosen your platform, it's time to optimize your profile. So make sure your branding is consistent across platforms. Have a clear and engaging bio that tells people who you are and what you do. The key to social media success is engaging content, and this content can be educational, entertaining, or inspirational. Anything as long as it resonates with your audience. So try to experiment with different formats, posts, stories, videos, live sessions, see what works best. And lastly, don't shy away from using social media ads. When ads are done right, they can significantly boost your visibility and reach, but remember, the ad is just the start. So once people land on your page from an ad, it's your content, your relatable, good content, that will make them stick around and possibly contact you. So to sum it all up, social media is not just about broadcasting your message, it's about building relationships. Engage with your audience, respond to their comments, be part of the conversation, and you'll see your community grow. So next up, we're going to discuss a critical aspect that ties all of this together, and this is the arts and the science of measuring your digital marketing success. So stick around, let's talk about that. We've spoken about content marketing and we've spoken about social media, but how do these two really come together? Well, the answer is beautifully. Social media and content marketing, while each powerful in its own right, can amplify each other's impact when integrated effectively. Let's look at how. Firstly, imagine you've written an amazing blog post. It's packed with value, it has wonderful insights, and you know your audience would love it. But how do you get it in front of them? That's where social media comes in. Share snippets, quotes, or summaries of your blog post on your social media channels. Include a call to action. Don't forget to do that because it's always good to tell the reader what to do. So include a call to action that directs your audience to the full post on your website. Not only does this help you deliver valuable content to your social media followers, but it also drives traffic to your website. On the flip side, your content can also help fuel your social media engagement. So think about it. When your audience reads a piece of content that they find valuable or inspiring, they are likely to share it on their own social media channels. And just like that, your content and your brand get exposed to a wider audience. But it doesn't stop there. You can also leverage user-generated content on your social media. They call it UGC. So if you see UGC, just know that's user-generated content. Encourage your audience to share their own experiences with your brand or participate in a content creation contest. This creates a sense of community and trust, as prospective customers often trust user-generated content more than traditional advertising. You see, when done right, social media and content marketing can feed off each other, creating a cycle of content creation, sharing, engagement, and back to more content creation. Alright, so now that we know, I'm sure we know, how to create engaging content, and how to use social media to reach our audience. How do we know it's working? That will lead us to our next topic, which is measuring success in digital marketing. A renowned statistician and management consultant, W. Edward Deming, once said, "Without data, you are just another person with an opinion." And this pretty much sums up our next topic, which is analytics and improvement. Now, one of the most valuable aspects of digital marketing is its measurability, like I said before. Unlike traditional marketing, digital marketing provides you with a ton of data about how your content is performing, who is engaging with it, and how it's driving leads or sales. You see, tracking performance is not just about patting ourselves on the back for a job well done. It's about understanding what's working, what's not working, so that we can do more of the former and improve on the latter. For instance, imagine that you've posted a series of blog posts. You notice that posts on topic A get significantly more views and shares compared to posts on topic B. That's a signal right there. It means that your audience is more interested in topic A. So now you know to focus more on that area in your future content creation. Similarly, let's say you're promoting your content on 2 different social media platforms. You notice that platform 1 is driving much more traffic to your website than platform 2. This doesn't mean that you should abandon platform 2 completely, but perhaps it shows that it's worth investing more time and resources in platform 1. Most of the popular social media platforms provide their own analytics, and there are also several tools out there that can help you track website traffic, time spent on your site, and much more. But the key to all of this is not to be overwhelmed by all the data they give you. Just look at it and start tracking a few key metrics that align with your goals. Then maybe as you get comfortable, you can start diving deeper. In the world of digital marketing, data is your friend. It guides you, it informs your strategy, and it helps you improve. Embrace it and you find that every piece of content and every social media post becomes a learning opportunity. Next up, let's get into some practical tips and tools. After all, theory is great, but what we all want are actionable takeaways at the end of the day, right? When it comes to content creation, there's a ton of tools that can help you. For writing, tools like Grammarly can help ensure your content is grammatically sound and engaging. For graphics, Canva is what practically everyone uses these days. It's fantastic and user-friendly. For social media management, there are a lot of tools that are a lifesaver when you juggle multiple social media platforms. So you have tools like Buffer and Hootsuite, which allow you to schedule posts, engage with your audience, and even track performance across multiple platforms from a single dashboard. As for analytics, Google Analytics is a must-have for tracking your website performance. There's also Hotjar, which you can use in tracking how users use your website. For social media, like I mentioned earlier, most platforms have their own analytics, but there are also tools like Sprout Social, which can give you a more detailed and consolidated view of your social media performance. These are just a few of the many tools available out there. So my advice is start with the basics, see what works for you, and then explore more advanced tools as you get more comfortable. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of this episode. We've explored the world of digital marketing, delving into content marketing and social media, understanding our audience, integrating different strategies, and the role of analytics. Remember, the key is to create value for your audience. So you provide them with content that resonates with them, engages them, and helps them in some way. Also, make sure you leverage the power of social media to reach out to them, engage with them, and build a community. And of course, always be learning and improving, just like me. So use the data at your disposal to understand what's working and what's not, and also to continue refining your strategy. The world of digital marketing is dynamic. It's always evolving, it's always presenting new opportunities, and it's up to you to leverage these opportunities to drive growth for your business. So start applying these strategies, see what works for you, and don't be afraid to experiment. Remember, every failure is just another stepping stone to success. Thank you for joining me on this episode. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with your network or anyone you feel it would help. And also remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes where we will continue to demystify tech and business topics, helping you take your business for growth and success. So, this is Peter signing off. Stay safe, stay productive. Till our next episode.